Hello, hi everybody. My name is Tshediso Tsheola. I am an IT graduate, currently working as a senior personal assistant for one of the prominent medical doctors in Joburg. And I am super proud and excited business owner. I'm into health and wellness, and I have partnered up with the most greatest network marketing company in the world. They are
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being a part of Real Talk with Ntabi YouTube channel. And of course, as I always say, I do not take it for granted. And of course, if you are new here, please subscribe and welcome, of course. And if you are obviously one of our members, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So guys, I'm excited to tell you that today we have an amazing guest by the name of Tshediso. Tshediso, welcome to my channel.
Hi, Tabi. How are
I'm
you?
awesome, thank you. Are you well
Good.
today?
No, I'm super. Thank you very
Awesome.
much for actually having me today.
I'm excited.
I'm super excited to be
Thank
talking to
you.
your audience. Super excited to be on your show. Like, I'm excited.
Same here. I've been looking forward to this. I've actually, because like we are quarantined now, we can't meet up.
Yeah,
I've been meaning to
yeah.
meet with you, but you know what? It's gonna happen because
Thank God for
the journey
technology,
just keeps
hey?
on. Yeah. All right, so before I go any further, please introduce yourself because I believe that my guests would want to know exactly what we're talking about today and, of course, who we are engaging with. So please introduce yourself.
Okay. Hello, hi, people. My name is Tshediso Tsheola. Very super excited to be here. I am an IT graduate by profession, but now I work as a senior personal assistant for a doctor. And I am a proud business owner. I do own a business, a part-time that is, and I am a business coach and a life coach as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So you're a business coach. Wow.
Yes, exciting, hey?
Yeah, it's
Exciting.
exciting. It's exciting. It's exciting. Okay, but I think we'll get into that a bit later. I think today, people are here because of the topic that we have, and this is
Yeah.
something that it's really concerning, and it kind of limits people in terms of achieving whatever that they wish to, or actually taking that leap of faith into doing something. So now we're talking about how to action against fear. So I'm sitting here and wondering, but like, what has been your biggest fear? I mean, why are we even engaging on such a topic? Why is it important that we note the issue of fear? Like, if you can just explain to us, like, why fear?
Okay. Fear has been the most biggest obstacle in my life. For the biggest part of my life growing up, I was just surrounded by fear. And for me, the biggest fear was the fear of rejection, which actually limited me in doing so many things. And secondly, with the business that I'm in, I come across a lot of people who really when you look at them, you see that they do have great potential. Just because now of the fear surrounding them, they're unable to actually take that leap of faith into the direction that could actually change their lives. So I've seen that it's not that people don't have the capabilities or the abilities to do things, but the biggest thing that limits or paralyzes them is actually fear. So it's something that needs to be addressed. And me having gone through my own fears in the past to be where I'm at right now, I had to address those issues that would actually keep me into that space. So I feel that it is important for others to actually realize that there is actually magic behind actioning against fear. There is actually a miracle that happens when you actually move past that fear. It's a process. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. It's something that one needs to acknowledge first and start dealing with it. And I think a lot of people also don't understand what is fear. It is that unpleasant emotion caused by threat or of danger, pain or harm. Sometimes could actually, others would put it as to be afraid of something or someone as likely to be dangerous, painful, or harmful. And what normally causes fear is that emotion perceived as danger or threat, therefore causing physiologically change, and ultimately the behavior also change because of that, as such as people would actually then be fleeing from whatever that they are facing at the present moment, or they could be hiding or even freezing at the given point.
Okay, no, thank you so much. That's actually a great explanation. I think there's someone out there who was not really sure if they are actually in fear or fearful. So maybe I think that explanation really tackles it. But now I think someone is out there wondering, like, okay, what are the limitations? Because sometimes having fear, it could be because you feel like it's actually best if I don't do a certain thing. And mainly because as much as I'm fearful, but I'm actually maybe protecting myself or something. So like, what are the limitations of having fear? And I want you to like make example, whether it's in business or in life in general, just to give us an example of maybe what could have happened in your life that you were fearful of, and how it affected you in the process before you discovered that you have to actually break against fear. Because I think one of the problems that are there is that as much as we've got so much fear, or we think we are fearful, the obstacles that come with it, we don't know how to deal with them. We don't know the signs. So I think if we can identify the signs, so that if you are out there and feel like I'm actually experiencing fear, and these are the actual signs that I'm going through. I hope my question is clear.
Yeah, it is. The greatest thing about fear that I have picked up in most cases is you not experiencing your full potential. I actually then define it as what does the Bible says about fear, right? In Second Timothy chapter 1 verse 7, it says, "For the spirit that God has given us does not make us timid or fearful. Instead, His Spirit fills us with power and love." God says He has not given us the spirit of fear, but the spirit of power and love, meaning that each and everybody out there possesses the greatness of God, which is the power. So fear takes away the power for you to be able to do things. I believe when God says, "I've given you power," it means you are great. There is something about you that is awesome. There's something about you that is amazing. So when you are now faced with fear, it takes away that amazingness, that purpose that God has actually put in you. I would make an example with me. Growing up, I'm a very active person by nature. I'm very participant of things.
Your energy
Because
stays
of
off, by the way.
Thank you very much. And growing up, it prevented me from doing things, and I would find myself thinking, like, really, why couldn't I do that? One, I loved sports, but now just because of how I am, being a homosexual, I could not find myself to be around guys because I could not fit in there. And also I could not find myself amongst girls because I could not fully fit in there. So every time I wanted to do something, I would literally have physical heart palpitations about this. No, I'm not going to do it. Then I don't do it. That has prevented me from being an active person at school. It has prevented me also from I'm bad at school. And I knew that I've got the ability to talk. I knew that I have an ability to stand in front of people and share what's in my heart. But just because now I'm thinking, what is it that they're gonna say about me? You know, so it has limited me when it comes to that. It has also now also changed how I looked at my future, now choosing the career that I want to pursue, because also fear also takes away the belief that you can actually be able to do certain things. So now I had to change how I want my life to be, choosing career-wise, because I'm thinking, do gay people really become doctors? That's fear. You know, gay people actually become attorneys, you know? So it had also then worsened the fear that I had. I had to change now careers to suit whatever my personality. So fear for me has actually stole a lot from me.
Wow.
You
So
know, and
oh, sorry. Yes, continue.
no, you can continue.
Okay, no, I just wanted to just pick up on what you just said. So would you say that sometimes having fear can actually be associated with self-doubt and maybe being um, what like just being consumed to what the society has to say about you? Like, would you say those are some of the things that can actually affect, and how do you get out of that? Because obviously, if you are still waiting for the universe to tell you how to live your life, what you should do, I think you remain to be stagnant, and like there's no type of action that will happen in your life because you are waiting for someone to tell you, no, go and do that thing. Go and do that. So would you say self-doubt and what the society has to say has something to do with it?
Definitely, society does play a big role in fear. You know, how people see you, how people perceive you can actually damage you or make you change ways or change direction. And it is because of fear that we lack the confidence, that we lack the self-esteem. You are completely robbed of so much because of fear. And when it comes to business, I've actually seen that it's also because of past experiences that people are fearful. A lot of people in the past have actually went into businesses. They've either been scammed or businesses did not work or something happened in their life, which is maybe might have been harmful or painful experience to them. But still, that does not mean that when you try the second time around, things are going to be as bad as they were. Remember that life is about trial and error. So you cannot now base your future on what has happened in the past. So I think if we're to find ways of actually actioning against fear, we would actually be able to accomplish a whole lot of things.
Okay, no, thank you for that. I think I want to add on that. I mean, like what you just said now, you find people being scammed and, trying to get into business, and then they lose their money. They lose a whole lot of time in trying to invest in something that is not worth it. But I feel like a biggest part that people are maybe ignorant of, they are so focused on getting the end results, meaning seeing things happen, seeing money coming in and all that. But now they just want to hear you say, this is going to give you so much money. This business is going to give you so much money. But what they do not do, they don't invest in information, relevant information, research as well. Because I feel like if you are fearful in getting into something and yet you want to grow and everything like that, getting into something that is not working should actually teach you that, what, this might actually not be legit. I might need to find proper information, do research and all that. And again, the sad part is that there are those that you do your research, you do everything, get all the information, find out all the details that I needed, and then you find that actually this looks like it's legit, only to find that it's not. So what Tshediso is saying, that even if you experience such a thing, do not lose hope to say, hey, if I want to venture into something else, it will actually result to one thing, because this will mean that your life will be actually controlled by yesterday's problems.
Yeah.
So you're not going to grow, you're not going to go further just because something happened. And so, but like, I think information, being informed, it's really an important factor in our lives. So I
True.
actually like that. I actually like what you're saying.
True.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually on point. So I think, sometimes fear that we have, it's like you said, I like the example that you made, of growing up and then being limited to do certain things. And I feel like, at that point, it was like, okay, yes, you feel like, okay, I'm homosexual, I can't do that, I don't fit in there, I don't fit in there. So I just want to make an example to say, in life, we sometimes are the biggest enemies of our progress.
True.
Because I feel
True.
like if we always think of, okay, I can't do this, I can't do that, it's really us. It's not, we can't even
Yeah.
blame it on anyone, it's actually on us. I mean, I'm inspired by how you actually got to live out that experience and actually be the person that you are today. I mean, right now you fit in everywhere you want to, and you
Like,
choose everything, you know what I mean. And that, to me,
yeah.
is the perfect example that, what, the fact that you didn't do things right yesterday, you had that much fear, you don't need to be hard on yourself. What can you say about being
True.
hard on yourself? Because I mean, we're humans, and sometimes we feel so bad, we feel sorry for ourselves. What can you say to someone who just have that self-doubt and feeling so sorry for themselves, not even able to do much in life because they are just ke sono fela, like havana sleep se ba se etsang ke sono, like you know
Give yourself a break. Give yourself a break. You know, we live in a very fast-paced life right now. If you don't give yourself a break, chances of you moving out of that shell are zero. Let me tell you what actually pushed me to get out of where I'm at.
What has been the most greatest fear in my life? Definitely the fear of rejection. I look back and I realize that I spent a greater part of my life in hiding, in isolation, fearing to become me, fearing to become the person that I want to be, not knowing if people were going to accept me for who I am. Boy, oh boy, did that not rob me of my joy? Did that not rob me of my happiness? Did that not rob me of my inner peace? I'm glad and happy of the day that I discovered my voice, the day I understood who I am, the day I understood what God has deposited in me. There's a scripture that actually best describes me. Genesis 1 verse 26. For God said, let us make man in my image. I got to understand that I'm an image of God. got to understand that there is greatness within me. I started accepting me. I started seeing myself differently. Then things started.
I understood that fear, I'm fearful because I don't understand who I am. If you understand yourself, if you understand who you are, it's easier for you to overlook certain things even when they come your way. The best way to describe myself, I normally say I am Genesis 1 verse 26. It says, I'm telling you, Lappy, I am telling you, it says, God said, therefore let's make man in my own image and let them have dominion over everything on earth. That for me was a light bulb moment because it meant I'm an image of God. I'm God Himself. And God is power, to understand. God is not fearful. God does not have, in God, there's no vocabulary of fear. You know, once I got to understand that I'm an image of God, yes, with my mohawk, darling, I am an image of God throughout. You look at me, you see God Himself.
Yes.
Once I got to understand that, there was change in the way I think. And obviously, when you change the way you think, your life changes. You know, you start to look at things, and the things that you look at, they change. So I started looking at my life. I'm like, oh God. So I'm God myself. So if now I am God, it means I have power over each and everything that happens in my life. That was the light bulb moment for me. So if somebody is sitting there and you're thinking, I can't do anything. Just think of yourself, you are God, Mama. Papa, you are God Himself. What more do you want? And it's really, really about also empowering yourself. You cannot be expecting people to come down to you and say, okay, now Tshediso, there's this. You need to find it within yourself. It starts with you. If you're not going to start with you, then you're not going anywhere. Do you understand? And it's my coach, one of my business coaches, Coach Oni, says, if fear was a person, fear has fear. Right?
Yeah.
She says, fear fears action. So if you exit against fear, Mama, fears tremble.
Yeah.
I'm going to make an example. So now, if you want to start driving and you are fearful of driving, and you keep on saying, tomorrow I'm going to drive, tomorrow I'm going to drive, tomorrow I'm going to drive. Mama, just exit, just go into the car and start the car and see what happens, you know. What could happen? The biggest thing the car would start, Mama. Then you need to figure out, okay, now do I put gear 1 or gear? Do you understand?
Yeah.
So fear action. So once you have discovered you, then you must just action against it. Just do, just naked, just do. And obviously in doing, in doing, definitely there is gonna be faults, there is gonna be trials, there is gonna be wrong things happening. That's how we grow. We grow and we learn because of the errors that we do. So people are scared of failing. That's another thing. So don't limit yourself to what if it does not work? What if it works, Mama? What if you are the next president? What if it works? You know, so try it. And if you fail, Papa, Mama, just try again.
Yes.
If you fail again, just try again.
Try again.
You know? And then try again. And in trying over and over again, you are then getting up all the time, dusting yourself, you're changing the way you have actually done it. You learn. So once you have fallen, you dust yourself, you learn from the experience, you try again. It's as simple as that.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Mama, Papa, try again. There's nothing wrong in trying, okay?
There's absolutely nothing wrong in
You are not
trying.
limited. You are not limited. You are only your own limit. And if you're not going to start, I think what you're saying resonates with what I shared yesterday. You know, I'm not
Yeah,
big in on fitness and everything, but I'm a very energetic person who always wants to be active and all that. So I just shared
yeah,
something to say, you know what? You keep being hard on yourself because you haven't been working out for months, for years, and then you feel like, ah,
yeah,
what's the point? It's too late. It's never too late. The minute you change your mindset and say that, you know what, I'm gonna start today, then all will be good. Because if you keep on doubting, if you keep on saying, Ish, I will, you will not actually start. Like, you won't
it's
start.
true.
So mama, papa, it's time.
The time is now. The
The
time is
time
now.
is
In
now.
Tabi, it all starts with recognizing and acknowledging the bigger you. You
Yeah.
know, I
Yeah.
can't emphasize that much more. God has really deposited a seed of greatness in each and every one of us.
Amen.
Nobody is born a failure. Nobody is born without abilities. We are all capable, you know. So it's really it's a journey. For me, it has been a journey of discovery. I had to literally now start like an onions, peeling each layer away, discover. And when I said, I'm like, I'm really Tshediso? Really? You know, I discover new things about myself every time I
Yeah.
go through stuff when I journey. And I find I'm becoming more and more less fearful when I do, when I try, when I put myself out there. It's daunting at times. Not that fear does not creep. It's always that small person sitting here saying, "Mm-mm, you're not worth it.
Exactly.
You can't do it." So
Mm.
my coach says you must just tell that little person, just shut up,
Yeah.
just shush, because I'm
And
gonna do
the
this.
fear of the
You know,
unknown as well, because we fear so much.
true,
You know, when we were growing up,
true,
you would be told, "Gore, o le gore o tshabang, o ka tshaba marago a tlhagetse ka festere, a o itse gore ke marago a-" You know, something like that.
true,
Something like that, because
true.
we fear like the unknown. We just overthink things, and then we think, oh, you know what, I can't do this because of 1 2 3, but only to find that you don't know, you know. And I like what you are emphasizing on, because you have made God, you know, the center of your life, and I
Yeah,
am blessed by that. Because one thing that we
yeah,
need to realize is that we need to find God in our lives. We need to position ourselves, to have a relationship with God. You know, knowing our worth goes along with understanding who God is,
yes.
the purpose that we have, what He has actually done for us, and why we are actually on earth. You know, our main purpose
Mm,
that is obviously blessed and given by Him. So
mm,
it actually is amazing. So take note of God, you know, bring Him
yeah,
closer. If it's not closer to you,
mm,
bring Him closer, and know your worth as a person. Know your worth. No one can dictate what your life has to be like. No one can
mm,
decide for you. If you know your worth, if you know what you're about, Bona, people that are next to you laughing, they might be laughing at their phones, watching something on their phones, but because you have so much doubt and fear, you
yeah,
will end up not even proceeding what you were going to do at that very moment, just because people were laughing and you didn't even know what they were laughing about.
yeah.
So stop it.
Awesome.
Stop it.
Stop it. Stop it, mama.
Yeah, wow, wow. This was very a wonderful conversation. I think you have broken down, you know, so many things about fear, so many things that I feel like people are ignorant of, and how it actually comes from, you know, from the beginning, from the roots, you know, growing up
Mm,
where you are
mm,
now. Wow, that's amazing. So before we wrap it up, I want you to just, okay, have maybe a message of empowerment or inspiration? Or actually before that, maybe tell us a bit about, because you're a business coach and you also advise on business. What do you do? I feel like it would be rude of me not to engage my audience on what you do, because I mean you're busy. Like yesterday I was supposed to like have this conversation with you, but you dumped me because you were busy with other things, so you're a busy bee. Tell us a bit about your business, like what you do, because I think in my channel I also talk about many ways to run businesses, to have like side hustles and all that. So someone might be watching this and needs a bit of advice on how to kickstart and opportunities that are there. So yeah, tell us.
Okay. Thank you again, Ntabi. There are so many opportunities that are out there. For me, having found my business, it when you discover yourself, sometimes God aligns people in your life. That's how I see it. In order for you to be ready for a certain opportunity, opportunities don't just fall. That's another thing. God is going to place somebody in your space to take you out of that comfort zone into a different space where you would literally see the light. And once you've seen the light, then it is when you are starting to take the opportunity for what it is. And I've realized that with me personally, I had to actually find myself before I took the opportunity, find myself in the opportunity. Because I am passionate about people. One, I'm passionate about helping others. So when I saw the opportunity, I was like, okay, I can actually be able to work with people, which is amazing. I love working with people. And secondly, I'll be able to help them because I'm in a network marketing space, and we are dealing with health and wellness, which is which merges with what I do personally. So I thought this is a great way to actually be able to help myself and be able to help others, whether be it financially or be it health wise. So people must not also wait to get opportunities. Opportunities are out there. Just go out there, do your research, empower yourself. Because for you to wait for someone to come there, you might wait forever, mama. And it's really not going to happen. Be open-minded. Allow yourself to see things differently. Then you'll be able to see business opportunities out there. And once you are presented with the opportunity, learn about it. Like you said, do research. Is it something that I am able to do? Is it something that I am going to be able to move forward with? And with our business as well, when a person has actually then come on board, it is a matter of let's discover who you are. Let's discover, let's work with what you have, because sometimes you come into a business and you are expected to do miracles, and which is maybe some things that you are not comfortable doing, or maybe you still think that you are not capable of. So we then sit you down and say, okay, we are here now. What is it that you want to achieve? Let's work around your goals. What is it? What are you actually looking to find out of the business? What do you want the business to do for you? How much are you able to give of yourself? Because of starting a business, you need to sacrifice certain things. People think when you're in business, you just do and do and do and do. There's a lot of sacrifice. There's a lot of things you need to give up. So we then start finding and identifying things that would actually be a hindrance in you moving forward, and deal with those things and nurture the things that you already have. Because a lot of people, maybe they're good in sales. Then we focus on that. Okay, my person, how can we then nurture and polish your skill? Others are good public speakers. How can we engage you as a public speaker and benefit you in the business? Others are just good organizers. So it's working with people, for me, I'm like, okay, I'm discovering a whole lot of things about people and about myself and the abilities that I have when I actually help others. So I would really urge people to go out there and look for opportunities. Secondly, surround yourself. There is power in your surroundings. You cannot surround yourself with people that are not moving forward when you want to move forward. There is the power of association. You need to surround yourself, mama, papa, with the right people. Even the Bible says that you need to, if you surround yourself with sorry to use this, surround yourself with fools, well, you're definitely going to be a fool. You know, if you surround yourself with the wise, you're definitely going to be the wise one. I normally say to people, if you surround yourself with 5 millionaires, guess who's going to be the sixth one? Because those people, them. Those people are going to be able to push you to level up. You know, success is not going to drop its standard just because you're not a millionaire as yet. But obviously, people that are millionaires, they will just pull you up. They will like, okay, what's happening? Why are you sitting down there? Whereas there's a better view up here. So surround yourself with people that are going to make you level up at all times. So the power of association is super, 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 super amazing. And in closing, you don't have to be perfect to start. You really don't have to be perfect to start. All you have to do is to show up, do enjoy this messy, imperfect, beautiful journey called life. So you really don't have to be perfect to start. Just start. Just show up. Even if there's not much to do, just show up. You don't know what's gonna happen. So yeah.
I can listen to you the whole day. Like, wow. Wow. I'm so.
Oh my God.
Wow. You know, I know you're amazing, but like now this is like on another level. My goodness. Yo, Tshediso, thank you so much. I mean, guys, you have to level up. You don't have to be perfect. You know what? That was like amazing. The way you wrapped it up. I don't even want to ruin it. You have said it. You don't have to be perfect. You know, sometimes we wish to be perfect in doing things and we can't. Like, no one is perfect.
You can't.
Get your mind out of that gut. You can't be perfect. You know, do your best and work on yourself. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. I think, you know what? I think I'm gonna sit and just digest all this that you said because it's really amazing. And I mean, I'm a businesswoman myself and I do a lot of things like talks and everything. But I must say, what you're saying, it's really inspiring and it touches something in my heart as well to say, you know what? You know, if you want to keep pushing, if there are things that you still need to do, nothing is stopping you. And you don't have to be afraid or feel like you need to be perfect. You can't be perfect. Expectations are just out there, but just do you. Wow. Thank you so much, Tshediso. This was amazing. Unfortunately, we have to like say goodbye. So yeah.
No, thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you very much for allowing me in your space. Thank you very much for allowing me to speak to your audience. Thank you very much for allowing me this opportunity to be myself once again. You know, and I truly appreciate it, and may God bless you. May He pour His blessings upon your life and upon your family, upon your business. Let's level up. Let's truly level up.
Level up. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. I receive, and I wish nothing but the best for you as well, for your business. And of course, guys, this is not the last time you're gonna see Tshediso. So soon, when we are now able to get on with our own businesses, guys, we will be hosting
Yes.
him. He's going to be one of our speakers. So just keep a lookout and make sure that you're there. But for now, thank you so much for watching. And please don't forget to click on the subscribe button. Thank you so much, Tshediso. May you have the most amazing day, because you just made mine and my audience's day super amazing.
Amen.
Thank
Amen.
you.